Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone. Today I Deepmani Bharadwaj welcomes you all again and we are going to have a discussion on IPS clerk salary structure. See, we have already filled the form of IPS clerk, isn't it? Now we must also be aware what is the salary structure, what all benefits are being given by the IPS regarding same, or rather I'll say regarding the individual banks, what all salary structure they have kept. So we'll be discussing each and everything regarding that. So let's start with our important topic. The IBPS, that is Institute of Banking Personnel Selection, is the conducting body for the Clerical Cadre Exam. Today we are going to discuss the IPS clerk salary structure along with the information which is related to the basic pay, allowances and other perks. The IPS clerk job profile comes with an offer of a decent salary, consistent career growth and promotions. The IBPS clerk is appointed for the entry level position in a bank. This means that IPS clerk is the entry level position. That means you are not going to be clerk all the time. It will totally depend upon you how you are taking your internal promotions. So today I am going to discuss even the hierarchy that starts from the clerk up to which level you can reach and what is the exact hierarchy on the scale 1, scale 2, scale 3 officers. So we'll be discussing each and everything regarding that. So let's start with our topic. See, the IPS clerk's basic pay in India is rupees 11,765. This doesn't mean that you are going to earn only 11,000 rupees. This is just the basic pay because other things will also be added there and many special allowances and special perks are there. So we are going to discuss each and everything regarding that. Pay scale. See, the sum of basic pay and other allowances makes up the IPS clerk's salary. This is what I said. That the first basic pay of the IPS clerk is 11,765. This means that it is only the basic pay. Other allowances are also added. Then your main salary is made. It's not like that you are going to have only 11,000 rupees. Fine. So the pay scale of a clerk in IBPS is 11,765 and for the next 3 years you will be given the increment of 655 rupees per year, which will take your salary to 13,730. Again I am saying this is we are talking about the basic pay. Fine. Now there will be increment of 815 rupees for next 3 years again. Because of this, your basic salary is going to be 16,175 and for the next 4 years your increment is of rupees 980. That is, you will be given the increment of rupees 980 and which will take your salary to 20,095 rupees. Again for these next 7 years you are going to get an increment of 1,145 rupees, which will take your basic pay to what? 28,110 rupees. For the next 1 year you will be getting an increment of 2,120 rupees. That is, your salary is going to be 30,230 and on the next year you will be getting the increment of 1,310, which will take your salary to 31,540. This means what? This means that the range of the IPS clerk salary is between 11,765 to 31,540. What does this mean? This means that your salaries ranges 11,765 to 31,540. This is the basic pay. Fine. So this is the basic pay. Now, apart from the basic pay, there are other benefits that are also given. As you can see, the IPS clerk salary in India is 11,765. DNS allowances is totally based upon the CPI. House rent allowances is 6.5% to 8.5% and the medical insurance is done of rupees 2,000 annually. That is, your insurance of medical will be done of rupees 2,000 on the annual basis and the traveling allowance is also given. What is traveling allowance? See, if you are going for any work that is regarding to the bank, you will be given reimbursement regarding same. Now they have already kept the chart that for the clerk we have this much amount, for the PO and all we have this much amount, for the hotels and all. So all those reimbursements will be given. You are not going to pay that from your pocket. Fine. So talking about the IPS clerk salary, see, this salary structure is divided into two different parts. First part is the location where more than 45 lakh people are living. That is, the residence of more than 45 lakh people will give you the salary in this way. That is, your basic pay will be 11,765. DNS allowances will be 5,311. Travel allowances will be 425 rupees. Special allowances will be 911 rupees. House rent allowances will be 1176. Total IPS clerk salary will give you 19,558 rupees. Sorry, 19,588 rupees. So this is for the population where more than 45 lakh people are residing. Fine. Now let's talk about the population where less than 45 lakhs people reside. Here your basic pay is the same, that is 11,765. DA will be 5,311 rupees. Coming on to the travel allowance part, it would be 425 rupees. Special allowance will be 911 rupees. House rent allowances will be 1058. That is, the total IPS clerk salary will be 19,470 rupees. But this is the salary structure right now, and you already know that 11th bipartite settlement is done and you are going to get an increment of 15% in your salary also. Said that is 15% hike would also be there in the salary structure. Now talking about the salary structure, which I already explained, now let's have a clear idea on that. Initial basic pay is 11,765 rupees with an yearly increment of 655 rupees, and this yearly increment would be for how many years? 3 years. Now your salary will become how much? 13,730, and for the next 3 years you are going to get an yearly increment of 815 rupees for the next 3 years. Now after next 3 years you are going to get 16,175 as your basic pay with an yearly increment of rupees 980 for the next 4 years. Now after 4 years, what will be your salary structure? Your basic pay would be 20,095 rupees. Now there will be yearly increment of rupees 1,145 for the next 7 years. Now your basic pay would be 28,110 rupees. Again there will be increment of 1 year for 2,120 rupees, and your basic pay is now touching 30,000 rupees. That is 30,230 rupees will be your basic pay, and again you will be given an increment for the next year, that is of 1,310 rupees, and here you will get the basic pay as 31,540, and this is the maximum basic pay. As I already told you, the basic pay of the minimum amount would be 11,765 at the entry level, and the maximum basic pay that you can get is 31,540. Apart from that, there are many allowances that we are giving, the IPS is giving. So the DNS allowances is 4% of the basic pay. DA totally depends upon your CPI and is revised after every 3 months. House rent allowance is dependent upon the area of your posting. As I already told you, it is 8.5% of the basic pay for the metro cities. It decreases to 7.5% of the basic pay for the cities having population more than 5 lakhs, and 6.5% of the basic pay for the other cities. Travel allowances. For the official tours and travels, you will be reimbursed by the bank. That is, the amount that you pay from your pocket will be given back from the bank. Talking about the medical allowances, for the IPS clerks, the amount is fixed of rupees 2,000, which will be paid every year. Now talking about the promotions, as I already told you in the starting of the lecture, we must also be aware about the promotions that we can take. So the hierarchy starts from the clerk, that is, the clerk is the entry level, so at the entry level you are giving your clerk's examination. Now your scale 1 officer would be assistant manager, that is, you can take your promotion to the AM's position. Then to the scale 2 comes manager. For the scale 3 comes senior manager. At the scale 4 comes chief manager. For the scale 5 comes the assistant general manager. Scale 6 comes the deputy general manager, and finally at the scale 7 comes your general manager. So this is the hierarchy which starts from the clerk and goes up till the general manager. So you must be aware of the hierarchy that starts from the clerk, assistant manager, manager, senior manager, chief manager, AGM, deputy GM, and the GM, that is your general manager. So these were the promotions. So we have already discussed about the salary structure, about the allowances, about the promotions. So all these were the important points that we had to keep. For any doubts, comment section is available for you. So please do comment so that we can resolve your doubts, and please do like it as much as possible. Please comment it and share as much as possible so that we can keep on giving our best for you and get the maximum result out from you. So thanking you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.